Hey, good morning, rest of the world. It's David Glass. It's Saturday, February 21st, and about 10 o'clock in the morning. Actually, 10:15, make that. Not that it matters. I'm out here tooling around on the e-bike, and I'm in Charles Clore Park. I came up the bike path from the house, from Yafo, and I'm much closer to the center of the city now. And shooting today with my iPhone 16 Pro mounted on the handlebars. We got a proper camera mount, and so it's very stable, and I think I'm getting a good picture here and making a good video quality. I'm concerned about the sound, and so I'll be paying attention to that because I'm not using an external microphone. This is the camera's built-in microphone. So all self-contained on my camera. We're shooting a video, and like I said, I'm in the park, and we're going to look at a construction site up at the intersection of Allenby Street and Ben Yehuda Street. And that's like really the center of town. And closest to the main touristy part of the beach. And it's a video I've been wanting to make for a while because E-Man and I noticed this back in the autumn. Like, we don't come out much since the war. I've been working on my bike. It's just starting to be springtime now, so there's a lot of reasons I'm out, and as you can see, it's busy. But we spotted some war damage, and I wanted to show you that because it's interesting. And this is from the 12-day war, and we found a place where we think a missile hit a building. I'm sure of it. E-Man was not so sure. And I don't want to talk a lot when I get there because there will be people around, and I'm not a proper journalist, you know. I'm just David on my bicycle, and I try to keep a low profile as I make these videos. All my videos are unscripted and unedited. Like, that's my format for the time being. And if you have any questions about what you're seeing, please post them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. I also want you to remember to hit like and subscribe. That's 2 different clicks, by the way. And I'm really happy with the number of people watching my videos, but not so many people are clicking like and subscribe, and those really help me, like, to make more videos, if only for the sake of my ego. I mean, yeah, well, whatever. So we spotted this war damage, and I wanted to explain to you a little bit about how that goes here in Tel Aviv, because as you know, we're expecting another one pretty soon. So in the 12-day war, there were a lot of the Iranians were shooting a lot of missiles at us, 24 at a time. Like, really no more than 24 or like 30, you know, at around 24 at a time. And they were coming to the city, and we were intercepting most of them, but some of them did connect. And when they did, like, it's a bad scene. I don't think anybody was injured in the event or the aftermath of the event you're gonna see. very much looks like a construction site because it happened in and around a construction site. They're working on a subway system here in Tel Aviv. Like, you know, Hamas made all their terror tunnels, and we've been working on a subway, like a proper subway, and it's really, really nice the way it's coming out. But they did what they did, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because if there's another event with the Iranians, as there could be any minute, even as we speak, it could take off. And but Trump says he's giving them 10 to 15 more days, and I don't know, we'll find out about that. Anyhow, this next one is supposed to be much more extreme because it's like a known fact that both sides, like us and the Iranians, were holding back in our attack capabilities during the 12-day war. But this time, no, there's not going to be any holding back, and they expect missiles to be flying at the city in salvos of 200 or 300 at a time, rather than 1 or 2 dozen at a time. And so I think that's why Trump is, well, Netanyahu and Trump are actually proceeding with a real great deal of caution as they get closer to their deadlines and ultimatums with warmongering talk. But we'll see. We'll find out what happens. So I'm going there, and I'm wrapping up my introduction and narration to this video because I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you. Like I said, there's going to be people around. I don't want to do a lot of talking. It's a visual thing, and I think I forgot to mention that I got my camera. This camera has a super wide angle lens, and so I'm excited to be using it on the bicycle because it's the first time I've shot a bike video on the super wide angle setting. So we're on Allenby Street now, and as I said, it's at Allenby and Ben Yehuda, which is a couple of blocks from here. I'm riding on the bike path, and it's a real nice morning. I'm happy to be out, and I'm real happy I got my bicycle upgrades done. So there is something else up here I want to show you that you won't see on any other bike path in any other city, because, you know, in the democratic Jewish state of Israel, one of the things that makes us different is we take life really, really seriously and do everything we can to protect life. So they divided the path to go around this tree, because this tree was here before they designed the bike path. So the bike path, like, no one wants to cut down the tree or kill the tree to solve the bike path problem, which is not really a problem. They just divided the path in two, and it goes around the tree, and so the tree gets to live its happily ever after very nicely right there, and the construction continues on, and nothing has to be killed. And I love that about this city and these people and this country. It really does make us different. No, everybody else doesn't give a fuck. I mean, they're like, who cares if people fall through cracks and whatever they do, they're crazy experimenting. And so look at this, what I'm seeing now. These buildings, this is destruction, and anyway, I'll get to a better spot. Come on. I just had to slow down for that guy. You know, he's under pedal power, and I'm electric, and you gotta be considerate of the ones that are pedaling. And, you know, so here we are. We got this, like, I think, look, I'm seeing fire damage. This is a supermarket, and a nightclub over there, and I'll come over here in the shade. And we're looking at this here. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. So as I was starting to say before, like when there's war damage, they surround the places with police and ambulances and everything else like as needed. But what's really going on is you got a lot of exposed things, man, that used to be indoors, and suddenly they're all outside, and they have to try to protect people from looters and looting situations, and you know, there can be injured people to attend to, and and everything. So when it happens, God forbid, like, you know, study this building here, this white one right in front, and you can see pock marks all over it from what happened. And so they board up everything, and they and the police keep an eye on everything. And I want to show you how this is all blown out, this balcony. You see that roof section? Like where I can't see, so yeah, there it is. Up on the balcony there. So let's go back to the beach. It's a beautiful Saturday morning in Tel Aviv. And so that's it. You know, I wanted to come up here and just show you that. So this was from like one night, one missile connected out of a salvo of like 12 to 24 or 30 missiles fired. And that's what you get from, like, if one of them lands. And so nobody got hurt. Everybody was in shelters in that area. Otherwise we would have heard about it on the news. But they don't say on the news broadcasts where the explosion happened or where the damage is or anything, because that place becomes very protected. And also there's insurance claims and everything. So they treat it like a crime scene, and it's gotta stay untouched. But now it's, you know, months and months later. And so we're seeing what we're seeing, and I thought I'd show you. And I think I'm getting ready to wrap up this video, but boy, you know, the new bike paths and the new bicycle, like the upgrades, everything is so good. And I'm just having a good old time and looking forward to making a lot more videos. So please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And remember, I won't always be on my electric bike. I got a really cool mountain bike also, a vintage one, vintage mountain bike. Anyway, I'm gonna go enjoy the beach scene here for a little while. And you all have a great day yourself. Bye.